We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Earle, and it's just gonna be me running solo today. Tim has other things he has to get done. To people in the comment section, I've seen you guys know he's not sleeping in. Cool. He's not available for today's show, so it's just going to be me tackling a monster NBA slate and a 5-game NHL slate. But before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. College basketball, we went 3-2, up 0.28 units for me. We cashed with the Golden Griffins of Canisius +5. We lost with Ohio State -3 and IUPUI +17.5. Manhattan took care of business, and we had Northwestern +5. They didn't need the points. They went outright against Purdue. So nice little college basketball day yesterday. 3-2, profitable there. NHL for me, probably should just stayed off the slate. Felt forced. And that's what it looked, and that's kind of how the slate looked here. San Jose, Washington over 6.5 was a loser, and the Ducks team total over 2.5 was a loser. So 0-2, down 2 units in the NHL. So not a very good hockey day. But onto the recap of yesterday that we all interested in. 3-1 in the NFL. Should have been 4-1 or 4-1. I had the first half full game for the Chiefs. First quarter pushes. Thank you, Butker, for doinking that with 2 minutes left, costing me the first period money line or first quarter money line. First half money line, they were down 10, so whatever. They went outright, though. Chiefs got the dub there. +105 winner on them. Chiefs team total over 24.5 was an easy winner. Chiefs +8.5 and over 43.5 teaser was an easy winner as well. It was a great game, back and forth. Happy the Chiefs won, and I cashed a few nice props. I had Sky Moore anytime touchdown. I also had Sky Moore anytime touchdown with the Chiefs win. That was nice, +1250 cash. Had Mahomes MVP, had Kelsey touchdown, Kelsey first Chiefs touchdown. So I had a couple of nice props I hit there. Pacheco touchdown, things along those lines. So definitely it was a nice night of betting. Overall down 0.28 units, but made a little bit in props and stuff like that for the NFL Super Bowl. So overall a nice winning night. Maybe not on the official plays, but overall for me in general was a winning night. So can't complain there. Heading over to the chat, hail to the Chiefs. Here's what we got to say.
Okay, how about those? That's what I'm talking about.
How about them, Chiefs? Yes, got the job done. Just left the online casino, ran up a good. There you go. Good morning. On to sports now. Yes, Hawks -2.5 first half. Hawks. Let me get up my thing here. I have the Hawks as projected a 3-point road favorite, so it's a slight lean towards the Hornets for me. Grambling -5. Grambling against Prairie View A&M. Yeah, line seems a little short. A team that's 8-1 at home, 16-8 overall, 9-16. Prairie View. I don't know. Sure. We'll go with sure for that right now. North Carolina -5. It's an unranked home favorite against a ranked team. So, yeah. Yep. Good morning. Great take on the Super Bowl. Switch sides last minute after the show. Worked out very well. Awesome. Yes. It was never the Eagles. Good morning, Nick and everyone. Good morning, Crystal. What's up, Richie? How you doing? Chiefs money line, never in doubt. Chiefs live money line after halftime, never in doubt. Yes. Tim, unfashionable. He's not available for today's show. He's not going to be on, so he's busy right now. Good morning, and Kanye West's voice. There you go. All right, we'll get into today's slate. We got a pretty significant hockey or basketball slate. But we'll start with hockey here. Calgary Flames -145 against the Ottawa Senators. Total 6.5 in this game. I would like to move on the Calgary Flames in this game, but it's just a little bit too much of a price. I have this game projected 3.6 to 3.3, 6.9 projected goals in this game. I have this game projected for Markstrom and Sogard. I think it would be better with Vladar if you want to back the Flames, because Vladar, I mean, his stats are about equal with Markstrom, but for whatever reason, the Flames give him more goals. And when we look at this spot, Sogard making his first start of the season for the Senators, so that's an interesting situation here. The Flames should win this game, but I'm not going to touch the side in this game. I'm going to look more at the total with the 6.9 projected goals in this game. I am going to look at the over in this spot, over 6.5. Look for Sogard not to look the greatest in his first game back. Maybe that win against Buffalo kind of sparks this Flames team. My future bet on them to win the division would love that. But yeah, I'm looking at the. I would only lean Flames here if I had to get to a side, but I'm on the over 6.5 here. Flames and Senators in this one. Let's take a look. Flames minus 1.5. Yeah, I would side with them, but I like the total better. Flames should win, but can't trust them. Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up here with that Flames team. But next we get the Arizona Coyotes. They're at the Nashville Predators. The Predators are minus 240 with a total of 6 in this game. This does seem like a little bit big of a price here for Nashville. I have this game projected 3.25 to 2.86. So I don't think Nashville should be this big of a favorite. Am I going to be playing the Coyotes in this game? No. Sorry. I have this game projected for 6.1 goals, so I think this total is about right. This is going to be the stay-off game for me. And if I'm actually looking to play anything involving any of these two teams, I'm actually staring down a future right now for the Nashville Predators to make the playoffs, which you can get for plus 140. I think that's not a bad look. This is a team that I think potentially can have – they have about a pretty balanced schedule for their remaining strength of schedule. They're only a couple points out, so they have a chance to squeak into that 8 seed. I think they very well could. I think they win this game. They should win this game. I think Nashville to make the playoffs is not a bad prop if you're looking for futures here. And I may play that. I honestly may play that plus 140 Nashville make playoffs because I like their goaltending with Saros. And Lankinen's not been bad either this year for them. So this is a team with good goaltending. And overall, they're a decent team. They're not a great team, but the Western Conference is kind of weak. That's why I have a lot of futures in the Western Conference. I'm looking at the Oilers as well. So who knows? But I'm not playing anything in this game. It's a lean towards Arizona. If I had to bet it, it's Arizona. But I kind of want to take a little bit of Nashville to make the playoffs here, plus 140. Waiting on the goalie confirmations for this one. There you go. Quick hockey takes. Have to go back to work. That's fair. Flames money line in the over. Yeah. Florida, Minnesota under. No, I'm kind of leaning over in that game. Nashville in the under. Sure. Buffalo, LAK over. I think that line's about right. And Detroit money line in the over. Best of luck. Yeah, I like Detroit as well, which we'll get into. Okay, this one. The Minnesota Wild are hosting the Florida Panthers. Total 6.5 in this game. With the Wild as slight pick'em favorites. I have this game projected for Bobrovsky and Fleury. I want to keep an eye out for this for the goalie confirmations for this one here. I think this line's right if it's Gus, and Gus is someone that I'm been riding. There is I think a significant difference between the two. For whatever reason, if this is Fleury, I'll like to make in this game. I lean Florida in this spot. I lean Florida and over. That's kind of the way I'm looking at this one. Florida's offense is starting to pick up a little bit as of late. I have this game projected pretty high as well. With Fleury and Bobrovsky, I have this game projected 3.89 to 3.41 in favor of the Panthers. So with Bobrovsky versus Fleury, I think that the Panthers should be around minus 130, minus 135 rather than pick them. And I have this game projected for 7.31 goals. So I think this is projected to be a higher scoring game. Waiting on goalie confirmations here. I like the Panthers and the over in this spot. Most definitely waiting on who starts for this one. Lean Wild. Fair. Yeah. If I'm gonna make a play on this game, I want the flower. Detroit Red Wings are at the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks are minus 120 home favorites. Total of 6.5 in this one here. I have made a move on this game, and I did a free pick video on this one. I think the wrong team's favored. I have this game projected 3.56 to 3.02 in favor of the Detroit Red Wings. Spencer Martin and Ville Husso. I don't think the Vancouver Canucks should be favorites versus much of anybody right now. And the Red Wings are a team I could see start playing a little bit better. Are they going to be making the playoffs? No. Are they going to be a team that can play well down the stretch and look to build something going into next year? Yes. And this Red Wings team, I think, can beat Vancouver again. We saw them win 5-2 in the last game, which usually means you flip the other way. But I don't see value on the Canucks here as minus 120 favorites here. So I took the Red Wings. I got them at plus 111 in this spot. I like Detroit, and I think I lean slightly over in this game. Not enough for me to pull a trigger or anything like that, but Red Wings for me. Red Wings money line for me. And then we'll head into the last one here. LA Kings and the Buffalo Sabres. The Kings are minus 140, total of 6.5 in this game. And I have this game priced a little closer. I have this game projected 3.28 to 3.11 in favor of the Kings. So I have the Kings more like minus 120. And I got the Buffalo Sabres yesterday at plus 137. They're now down to a plus 127. So the line has gone down here, and money has come in on the Sabres. Actually, it's gone back up to minus 136. Actually, it's gone up to minus 150 on the Kings now. So this line has gone back up. But I have UPL and Copley as the two projected goalies here. And when we look at this spot, this is pretty simple. Buy low, sell high on some teams here. Kings coming in off of a 6-0 shutout win against the LA Kings or against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So looking to fade them off of a monster win like that. And the Sabres are coming off a 7-2 loss against the Calgary Flames. So maybe looking for a bounce back here. So I like the Sabres here in this spot. Plus on the money line. Plus I got plus 137 for them. I think this is a Sabres team that we look to back on the road as dogs. So give me the road dogs here. The Road Warriors. Buffalo Sabres plus the 137 against the LA Kings. We'll move into the NBA. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in the NBA, and I get to go over them all by myself. This is fun. I say this sarcastically. But we have the Atlanta Hawks. They're at the Charlotte Hornets here. Hawks are minus 5, total of 240 in this game. I have the Hawks as a 3-point favorite, and I have this game projected at around a 238. So it's a 2-point lean towards the under for me, and it is a 2-point lean towards the Hawks. Obviously, the Hornets are a pretty bad team this year. They're 7-18 at home. They're 3-7 ATS in their last 5. This Hawks team is playing a little bit better. They're one game over 500, 29-28, 6-4 ATS their last 4 games. But not a spot I need to get involved with. It's a lean towards Charlotte in this spot, getting the points at home, but not something I'm looking to play. Moving on. This one's quite the spread here. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 15-point home favorites, total to 24.5 in this game, and they're 15-point favorites for a reason. They're playing a really bad Spurs team right now. And I have this game projected at a 15.5, and I have this game projected at a 226.5. When we look at these two teams, the Spurs are bad. 5-22 on the road this year. They are 0-10 ATS in their last 10 games, and they're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 24-6. at home this year, and they're 8-2 ATS their last 10 games. I'm not making a play on this game. I'm obviously not laying 15 points, and I'm not really particularly interested in the 15 points with the Spurs. My numbers say this is about right. Actually, this line should be a half point more towards the Cavs in this game. This should be more like 15.5. So a large spread, no interest. With the total, it's a lean towards the over in this game. On this 10-game slate, I do have plays in 4 games, so we will get into the games I do have plays on. I'm obviously not playing a game with a 15-point spread, though. That's a pass. Moving on, the Utah Jazz are 1-point favorites here against the Indiana Pacers. Total of 238 in this game. This is the first game I do have a play in. I have Indiana as a pick'em in this game, but I have this game projected at 242.5. So I see 4.5 points of value here with the over in this spot with Indiana and with Utah. When we look at these two teams right now, Utah has been going over the total. Feels like night in and night out, 4 in a row. 5 of their last 6 and 6 of their last 8 games have all gone over the total. And on the other side, the Indiana Pacers have gone over in 2 of their last 3 games as well. They're coming in off of a 127-113 loss against the Wizards. So this is a spot here. This is my first play of the day, over 238 with the Pacers and the Jazz in this one. All right, moving on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 NBA games left. Another big spread here. The Philadelphia 76ers are 13.5-point favorites, total of 225.5. In this one, I have this game projected at a 14, so I think they are a very worthy big favorite here. And I have this game projected at a 228. So it's a lean towards the over for me, and half-point lean towards the Sixers in this spot. Just another big, massive spread that I have really no interest in, and it's over or nothing for me in this spot. Once again, this is just not a game I have too much particular interest in. 13.5, it's an awful large number, but against a Rockets team that all of a sudden is 6-4 ATS their last 10, though. So this is a team that's covered as 12.5, covered as 8.5. They didn't cover as 7 and 10.5, but 7.5, 6, and 5.5 point dogs. This is a team that's covered in 5 of their last 7 games. So this is a Rockets team that could be kind of a sneaky for a cover here. And we've seen the Sixers cover as double-digit favorites here recently. 10.5 point favorite against the Spurs and a 10-point favorite against the Magic. They've covered in both of those. So we have seen them cover as pretty big favorites, but not a particularly interesting game, or not a game I'm particularly interested in. I see no edge in it, so it's a pass for me. Hello, Tate. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Social appreciation. Subscribe and share. Tim, where are you? He is not available at the moment. He is busy this morning, and he wasn't available for it. So, Mahomes, I called it since day one. Chiefs Nation all day, did it again. Yes, I rode the Chiefs all through the playoffs. So, the Chiefs made me money through the postseason. So, yeah. Lots of NBA games. Let's find the value. Yes, I have 4 plays in the NBA today. And this is another game that I do have a play in. The Brooklyn Nets are at the New York Knicks in this one here. The Knicks are 2.5-point home favorites with a total of 220 in the game. And I was going to look to back Brooklyn until the market's caught up to them. Looks like they have. I have this game at a 1.5 favorite towards the New York Knicks. And I have this game at a 224.5. So I see 4 points of value here on the over in this game, over 220.5. And that's where I'm going in this spot. I like points in this one. I see this as a potential higher scoring game. The Nets have been playing a little bit more towards the over as of late, and I believe the Knicks can too as well. Brooklyn, when we look at it, they have gone under in 2 in a row, but previous to that, they went over in 4 in a row and 7 of 8. So this was a team that was putting up a lot of points. And on the flip side, the Knicks are a team that's gone over in 2 in a row in 3 of their last 5. So these are two teams that have been trending more towards overs as of late, and getting a number like 220.5. I think this number is just a little bit low. So over 220.5 for me, Brooklyn and New York. Tomorrow, Bruins -2.5 or whatever, right, Nick? I have not even looked at the hockey slate for tomorrow. I was going to cap that after the show. Who does Boston play tomorrow? The Stars in Dallas. No. I see the Stars potentially winning that game, but I have to cap it. I need to know what the line is. It's more for me. It's more than who I think is going to win the game. It's where should the line be, and I treat more like stocks than picking games. So I don't know. I need to look at it for tomorrow. I haven't even capped it yet. Denver Nuggets are at the Miami Heat here. The Heat are 1-point home favorites. Total of 220.5 in this game. Looking at this spot for me, I have this game capped at a pick'em, and I have this game capped at a 217.5. So it's a 3-point lead towards the under in this game for me. The Nuggets are coming in off of a win against Charlotte, which feels like everybody's beating Charlotte these days. And the Heat are coming in off of a overtime win against the Orlando Magic. They've won 3 in a row now, the Miami Heat. And on the flip side, we have Denver, who has won 2 out of the last 3 games as well. This is a Denver team that could easily put up a lot of points in this game. But, I mean, when we look at this Miami Heat team, I'm not looking at overs with this Heat team. So definitely a lean towards the under here for me. But once again, this is not enough of an edge for me to bet the under in. I have plays in one more game. I have one more play on the slate. It's the last game of the night, but we'll go over the last couple ones here. I would hope not ice. Please. Otherwise, Stars or small dogs. I think we will see a little bit of regression from the Bruins in the second half. They're not going to be at a 62 win pace all year long. That's just not going to happen. So 4 more games to go. I'm going a little bit brisk for this, but hey, it is what it is. The Orlando Magic are at the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are 5-point favorites, a total of 225.5 in this game. I have the Bulls as a 6.5-point favorite, and I have this game at a 227.5. So I have a 1.5-point lean towards the Bulls in this game as a home favorite here, and I have a slight lean towards the over in this spot, but neither of them were enough of an edge for me to bet it. The Orlando Magic are an interesting team when it comes to covering spreads. They're actually one of the best in the NBA at covering spreads. They are 32-24-1 ATS this year, even though they've only won 23 games. They're 6-4 ATS in their last 10. The Bulls have been decent as well, 28-26-2, including 15-11-1 at home. But this is not a game I'm particularly interested in. I only have interest in and really the last game of the night. So we got 3 more games here. We'll move on. New Orleans Pelicans, Oklahoma City Thunder, -2.5 for the Thunder, total 237 in this game. And looking at this spot here, I have the Thunder as a 2-point favorite, and I have this game capped at a 240. So looking at this spot here, it's a 3-point lean towards the over, and it's a 0.5-point lean towards the Pelicans as a road underdog. And looking at this, the Thunder are a team we like as an underdog. We don't like them as a favorite. This is a team that when we can grab points with the Thunder, that's kind of where we're looking at it here. But because the Thunder are the best ATS team this season, they're 34-20-1. But as a favorite, they are, I believe, not as good. They're 8-7. Actually, they're 8-7 as a favorite, which is actually pretty good. As an underdog, they are awesome at 26-13-1. ATS as an underdog this year. So, but as a favorite, I don't have as much interest in the Thunder here. It's over or nothing for me in this game. It ended up being nothing here. we have 2 games remaining here. We have the I forgot to type in a play or a game, which I have a play in. I don't know how I missed that. So I will type in that game. That game will be after this one here with Golden State and Washington. Golden State 4-point favorites in this game with a total of 233. I'm just got to get up the line for the game I forgot to type up, which we'll talk about next, which I do have a plan. So, NBA, there we go. And, oh, wow, that line's dropped half a point since I've bet it. Just going to type up one game. Sorry about the delay here. Sometimes with big slates, you forget a game, and it happens. Except I have a play in that one, so there we go. All right, cool. And now let's look into this game here. I have this game projected at a 235, and I have the Warriors as a 4.5-point favorite. So I have a half-point lean towards the Warriors here in this one, and it's a 1.5-point lean towards the under in this game. And I'm not interested in this game, but I am interested in the Warriors for futures here. Not the division future, but I was looking at it here. I had 2 teams clicked in that I'm looking to play to win their conference and to win the NBA Finals. The Warriors and the Nuggets are the 2 teams I'm looking at. The Warriors, you can get plus 700 to win the conference and plus 1,200 to win the NBA Finals. We saw them do it last year, and they don't need a top seed to do it. This is a team that's been there, done that. Curry will be healthy, Thompson, Green. I mean, they have a team built around this, and their value their line has gone down a little bit, meaning we're getting a better price because they really didn't do anything during the trade deadline, and that's because they really didn't need to do anything during the trade deadline. They've got their superstars. This is a Golden State Warriors team that I'm looking to probably make a play on to win the Western Conference at plus 700 and to win the NBA Finals at 12-1. I'm also looking at the Nuggets plus 300 to win the West, I believe 300 or 350 to win the West, and plus 700 to win the NBA Finals, or 800 to win the NBA Finals. I don't remember the exact number, but I like both. I like the Warriors and the Nuggets to be in the Western Conference Finals. That would be the ultimate hope. But yeah, I lean Warriors, lean under. No play in this one. Kind of looking towards futures with hashtag Dub Nation here. Holy crap, he had an awesome day. Is McCollum going to play for the Pels? Let's take a look. Gotta get up the injury report here. He is a game time decision for this one. Here he's projected to be back. He's questionable for tonight's game. I don't know. We'll see. Knowing the NBA, he'll probably be ruled out 5 minutes before game time. I have no interest in that game. Good morning to all, Joe Kryptonite. Yeah, by the way, Sens and Panthers are going to be back on a back-to-back. Panthers, Blues tomorrow. Sens, Isles tomorrow. I wonder who the goaltender is going to be for the Senators. Is Talbot supposed to be back? Forsberg's out for a while, and you're going to go Sogard back-to-back? They're probably going to have to either bring somebody up from the AHL roster, or they're going to have to go Sogard back-to-back if Talbot's not ready. That's going to be an ugly situation for the Senators tomorrow. Chiefs money line never in doubt. I was able to hop on the money line plus 220 in game. I knew Mahomes wasn't going to lose 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. Absurd. And the beautiful thing about this is Jalen Hurts lost his debut as his Super Bowl debut, and no quarterback has returned to the Super Bowl after losing their first. It means Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow are not going to be playing in the Super Bowl again. I'm on the Parleys tonight. Good luck. I had a half-point lean toward them. I had Chiefs too. Yeah, had Chiefs to win the championship plus 330 back. I should have bet that. I should have taken that because I liked the Chiefs heading into the playoffs to make the Super Bowl. I did. I had the 49ers to win it, but I like the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl. So it is what it is. Montreal Canadiens Earle yesterday was nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a good call there. I'm interested in Oilers futures, and I'm hoping people are a little bit lower on them after that game yesterday. Minnesota Timberwolves are at the Dallas Mavericks here. Mavericks are now 7.5-point home favorites, total 231 in this game. I had this game at a 4. And I have this game at a 231.5. So half-point lead towards the over. I played the Timberwolves at 8.5 at -115. This is now 7.5. And in order to get the number that I got, it's going to be -132 now. So I beat a nice little line movement here on the T-Wolves. I don't trust the Mavericks ATS wise, and this is a Mavericks team that as a favorite's been terrible this year. 12, 25, and 2 ATS as a favorite this year, and Minnesota's not been a bad ATS team, I don't believe. So what are they this year? Minnesota. They're 16-14 as an underdog, so they've been pretty good overall. As a dog, they've been good. As overall, they've been probably about mediocre at 28-31. This is a team you want as a dog and not a favorite. I'm on Minnesota plus 8.5. I'll play this up to 7. I think 7's the worst I would go with the Timberwolves here. But yeah, I like Mini in this spot. Mini plus the points. This one. I would be on another level if Kelsey won the MVP. Yeah, I had Kelsey. I took a shot with Kelsey. Took a shot with Chris Jones at 45-1, and then I put a decent bet down on Mahomes at plus 135. Thought it was kind of obvious there. I wonder if the Eagles and Hurts are the new Falcons. Matt Ryan such Falcons. In 10 years, we will laugh about how the Chiefs were underdogs going into the Super Bowl. Yeah. They opened up as a favorite. The books told you everything you need to know about the game. They thought the Chiefs were the better team. The public went ahead and said, no, the Eagles are. See how that worked. Yeah. Last game of the night, and I do have a play on this one to end the slate, and I didn't type in the line for this one here. The Blazers are 1-point favorites, total of 237.5 in this game. And I have this game projected at a 234, and I have the Blazers as a 3-point favorite in this game. I played the Blazers money line here. I got it at -116. You can actually get it at -113 now on BetOnline. So it's dropped 3 cents since I bet it this morning. So not happy about it moving against me, but it is what it is. Line move, it doesn't bother me. I think the Blazers should be more like -140, -145 in this game. So I see a nice little edge here back in the Portland Trailblazers. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Give me the Blazers, money line, -116, -115, whatever, to close out this card. But that is everything for today's slate. Quick little recap over the action for today, and then we're going to head on out. In the NHL, I am on the Detroit Red Wings money line. I am on the Buffalo Sabres. I'm on the Flames and the Flames and Senators over 6.5 at -105. And I'm looking at the Panthers and the over if they confirm Fleury. And in the NBA, I am on Knicks and Nets over 220.5. I am on the Timberwolves plus 8.5. I am on the Blazers -116 money line. I am on, there it is. I'm on Utah and Indiana over 238. We got comments. Bucknell plus 2.5. Let's take a look at. These games here. Bucknell playing the American Eagles. They're 10-7. I love it. I don't know why we haven't gotten to the Bucknell yet. I think that's an interesting look. Yeah, that's disgusting, and I love it. Plus 2.5 as a 10-7 team versus a 15-10. I think Bucknell is definitely a play. I got to mention that to Tim. Grambling State minus 4.5. We mentioned that one earlier. Someone mentioned it earlier. That was a pass. Texas Tech, yes, we're on the Red Raiders, and Baylor minus 6.5. We are on the Mountaineers in that one. Oh, of course you do. Rockets money line. Yeah, that's fun. Good luck with that. Are you doing a look ahead line show for tomorrow's slate? Yeah, probably I will. It's a Tuesday slate, so yeah, I probably will. NHL, yeah. Philadelphia ain't winning today. There you go. But that is everything for today's slate. Want to thank you guys as always for watching, and then we're gonna play the outro in a second here when I find it and I click the button. Good luck, guys.